Hey everybody, welcome back to part 3 of episode 9. You kept me waiting. I mean, I was waiting for you guys for, well, I don't have a clock on me, so I don't know, but that took you long enough, you know what? So, I don't want to keep you waiting. So, let's just get this going, alright? By researching a new technology. And I believe we are going to go for, man, decisions. Look at what we've got here. The printing press, combustion, electricity, mass production, steel, atomic theory, and electronics. Mass media as well. So many good decisions. I believe we are going to go for steel. Why do we want steel? Because that will improve our navy by getting the strongest naval craft in the game, the battleship. Alright, so New Orleans just completed its market, so let's have it work on a cathedral. Hyderabad, you know what? 355 is a steep price. Hold on, oh, shoot, hold on, I'll go back to Hyderabad in a second. New York just completed a barracks, now we're going to have it work on a library. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to rush that. And we'll set it to work on a harbor. Yes, now that I've got a lot of gold coming in, you're going to see me start rushing a lot more buildings. Alright. Oh, what is this? Greetings from Alexander of the Greeks. President Wyndham X, the pretentious snobbery of your people will soon come to an end. However, we will leave you in peace for 5 turns in exchange for the secrets of communism. Well, communism or corporation, you're asking pretty steep demands here. What is your military strength like? You've been a democracy for so long that you have never threatened me. The Greeks are no match for our mighty armies. Let us crush their feeble warriors. Their troops are dug in for defense, and their people are also disgusting and may be lured into joining our civilization. War would be a foolish distraction. Our technology is the envy of the planet. Let us rule the world through the wonders of science. Pardon me. Alright, well, since you're nothing compared to me militarily, I'm not scared of you. However, you've got some nerve, Alexander. You're ready to back up your words. My presence impedes your plans for world domination. Well, if you want to destroy me, Alexander, bring it on. Looks like we have a 3-way between you, me, and the Germans. All 3 of us are at war with each other. And however, our fame is growing. Prince Hector of the Phoenicians has sent me a caravan bearing exotic gifts, including 8 limber contortionists. You know what? Let's take a look. Before we go to war, it might ease our nerves a little bit to have some fun watching our trophies. That is certainly some impressive feats of flexibility. Look at that. I'd love to be that flexible. Would absolutely love it. Alright, enough of that. Let's take a look at some of our other trophies real fast. Here we have our gypsies. Our acrobats. Right, enough of that. Our jolly old pastry chefs. Pies for everyone. Pies for everyone. Come on, chefs. I've got a lot of people watching this video, hundreds in fact, so you've got a lot of pies to make for them. They demand food, and I demand that they be fed. And I think that's it for our trophies, so while they get to work on all your pies, let's return back to the war. By conducting some reconnaissance and finding out... Aha! Location confirmed. We have found Dortmund. We have found Dortmund. It is on an island at the back of the German mainland. Let's see, and the German mainland consists of 4 cities. So Bismarck has got a total of 6 cities, and he's well placed here in the mountains. However, from the looks of it, he's sorely while he's well placed, he is sorely lacking in population, which means he can't be producing that much. So, compared to our large populations of 11, 19, and 16, just on our front line, just on the front lines of the mainland, we have more than enough to deal with him. And we have our second flying fortress. And Boston has produced some cannons. Let's see. Well, since we're going on the attack, March will be very important here. We're now looking to defend, so we don't need the guerrilla ability. What do we got here for the Royal Cannon? Let's see. You know what? Normally I'd go for Scout in this case. However, since we're entering enemy territory, the medic ability might prove useful. Pardon me. So, let's get these troops moving. And actually, since we don't need it here, we're going to send the Ninja Cannon Army out to link up with the other, the individual Ninja Cannon, pardon me, to link up with the Marching Cannon and the Immortal Cannon, so that they can link up and just, once they're united into an army, head to Abydos themselves. Alright. So now that those cannons are done, we're going to get some riflemen to back them up. Now, out of curiosity, with all this population, with all this production, why do I not make bombers? Well, the reason I'm having Abydos focus on the bombers is because Boston has got the great leader here. So, and aircraft, whether they be the bombers and fighters, which I have not researched yet, do not get upgrades like land units do. This also applies for naval ships. The battleships, once I get them, once I research them in a few turns, cruisers, galleys, and galleons, they do not get They do not get special abilities like the ground units do. However, what they will get, if there is a great leader in the city, they will automatically be veterans, regardless of whether or not you have a barracks built or not. Alrighty. I noticed that Abydos only costs 90 gold to rush that flying fortress, so let's do it. And have it work on some buildings. Let's see. Since I believe we're going to come under heavy siege, let's get a wall going. Just to protect the city while the army is attacking, should an assault come from Alexander, which I doubt, since if Alexander's going to go on the attack, he'll probably go for King's Landing. And while we are not at war with Cleopatra or Gandhi, they could attempt to attack Abydos from behind while I'm going into war with Bismarck at any time. You never know. Interesting to note, Cleopatra has linked up her culture between Thebes and her unknown city, and Gandhi has just sprung up the city of Madras, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, up here in the very north, most likely to make up for his loss of, where the heck is it? Hyderabad, here in the south, when I took that at the end of the last episode. And speaking of Hyderabad, a steep price, 355 gold to rush that factory. It's not making me fly to other cities. However, with me getting 150 gold a turn, I believe that is worth it. Let's rush that factory. We'll make up for it in about 2 or 3 turns. So let's get a barracks going, just because we don't know when anyone could be attacked. And now we can end the turn. Syra will be pleased to know that I only need 9 additional great people, wonders, or converted cities to be able to build the United Nations wonder and win a cultural victory. This is growing very quickly. I'm very fast approaching that United Nations wonder, and I'm only doing it as I prepare for war. First, the Immortal Cannon shall link up to form the Ninja Cannon Army. where they will hold out in Abydos for their reinforcements to arrive. And their backup is on the way. The Iron Riflemen. We'll give them loyalty. What else do we got? The Lightning Riflemen. We'll give them Scout to see into other cities. And what's our last one got? The Conquering Rifleman Army. Engineer, which gives 100% city defense, or Leadership, which gives it 100 defense if supported by other units. Alright. This will be a defense unit entirely for the purposes of attacking others. So, since it'll be playing a support role, we're going to give it the best 3 supporting abilities. March to keep up with the attacking units, Leadership in order to improve defense when it's protecting them, and Scout in order to see into other cities. If not Scout, we'd go for Medic. So the Royal Rifleman Army will now march to Abydos, and once it has rested there for a turn, we will advance. We will begin our advance on Stuttgart. However, just to ensure that the attack goes well, we're going to get some spies going. And we're going to retreat this ship. Whoa. Okay. Dortmund is a lot closer to my civilization than I thought. It's right there at the doorstep to New Orleans. So with that in mind, the first cruiser fleet is now charged with the defense of New Orleans. You must protect that from any German assault. And the harbor will be completed next turn in New York. That's all good. So let us end the turn. We've just learned that the Greeks have signed a peace treaty with the Germans. Well, that war certainly didn't last long. And here comes Gandhi's assault. Here comes Bismarck's assault. In addition, the great culture of our people has allowed the great person Eli Whitney to appear in the city of Boston. If we develop 8 additional great people, wonders, or converted cities, we will be ready to build the United Nations and win a cultural victory. Hyderabad has completed a barracks. Now it's going to get to work on a library. Actually, no, scratch that. Yeah, no, a library. And New York has completed a harbor, giving it food on all of those science squares.